Every single time we put out a video about Gripen, we see comments regarding the development of the Swedish fighter jet powered by a different engine, one that is not American. Many discussions mention either the EJ200 or EJ230 by Rolls-Royce, but is this actually true? Or is it just misinformation and clickbait? We wanted to get to the reality of the situation for today's video. So, is Gripen being developed with a different non-US engine? Well, to make a long story short, the answer seems to be no. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. All jokes aside, a January 4th article by Defense Express reports that Saab has made it clear that the Gripen will, at least for now, continue to be powered by US-made engines, and that this position was outlined by the CEO of Saab, Mikael Johansson, in an interview with German newspaper Frankfurter Allgemeine Zeitung. Addressing all the chatter and continued choice of solely relying on an American engine, Johansson stated, "For the Gripen, this is the most economically viable solution. Integrating a different engine into the fighter would be a large-scale undertaking and would undoubtedly be uneconomical." Johansson added that US export policy is no more restrictive than Sweden's own, and that the sale of Gripen fighters may indeed be beneficial for the United States. The company chief notes that if countries choose the Gripen E rather than another jet that is far more American, well, the US benefits as well through the sale of the F414 GE39E turbofan developed by General Electric. And so let's be crystal clear. There is no credible evidence that Saab is developing a Rolls-Royce powered Gripen. Doing as much research as we could on this, well, urban myth, it looks like some YouTube channels or social media accounts began discussing this as a possibility that they would like to see, especially in the context of Canada choosing between the F-35 or Gripen. Some of these quote-unquote original sources do mention that back in the late 1990s, Germany's Eurojet Turbo proposed replacing the American engine with the European EJ230 based on the Rolls-Royce XG40 for the Gripen C, but that Europe failed to win the contract. However, it looks like the modern-day unverified possibility and wishful thinking from some defense websites/social media accounts/YouTube channels led to other media outlets reporting on the untrue development. And well, this is what has led to so many people now believing that Saab is developing an EJ230-based Gripen for those wishing to avoid an American engine. And so this video somewhat feels like we're reporting to young children that Santa doesn't exist. Sorry to burst your bubble if you thought he did. The urban myth that was the EJ230-powered Gripen gave hope to many that a major European defense contractor like Saab would break free from dependence on American technology, providing customers around the world with more choices and freedom from US restrictions regarding its technology. But it simply isn't true, at least when it comes to official sources. Some who are more of the conspiracy theory mindset might suggest that this could be done in secret so as not to anger the Americans. But again, this can't be proven. And to again quote Saab CEO, this project would be a large-scale undertaking and would undoubtedly be uneconomical. Indeed, it's not simply just swapping out one engine for another. Rather, systems need to be modified and prototypes must undergo extensive testing to meet satisfactory safety and performance standards. If there were clear demand from countries and their militaries, then there would be an economical rationale for Saab to go through with such an endeavor. And while a potential major Ukraine deal would bring money to this possibility, if Ukraine indeed wanted such a jet, time is not something that Ukraine has. And well, even its ability to finance a major Gripen deal is in question as well. The issue of sovereignty within a country's defense supply chain has been a huge topic over the past year, which is why talk of the Gripen getting a Rolls-Royce engine has gained so much traction. The fact of the matter is that the US can block any purchase of the Gripen at any time. With Colombia recently criticizing the United States' action in Venezuela and US President Trump hitting back and even suggesting that the South American nation could be next in regime change, we could see the issue of supply chain sovereignty playing out. That's because it was just recently in November 2025 that Colombia placed an order for 17 Gripen E/F fighter aircraft. And so there's a lot to think about and a lot to discuss. But at the end of the day, there's no Rolls-Royce powered Gripen being developed that we know of. What do you think of all this? Let us know by leaving a comment.